I found out about Sovereign through quite a few referrals from my psychiatrist, and then as we kind of started asking more about the program, a lot of people said the same thing as him, that it would be a really good program for me to go to. My stay here has been absolutely amazing. I have struggled with an eating disorder for about 10 years now, and I've been a chronic relapser. And this program is so different than any other program I've ever been to. It starts with the treatment team here. There's just phenomenal therapists, staff, program directors. The nutritionist is amazing. I mean, normally I won't give, nutritionists even a minute of my time, and let me tell you that Deb, the nutritionist here, was a huge part of my recovery. The thing that I think really makes such a difference here is that it's really up to you, all your actions, and your attitude. This program is a partial program, and so it's really on you whether you want to comply, how much you want to challenge yourself or not challenge yourself. The staff, they do a great job of supporting you, and really they're honest with you and what they see, what they don't see. And they tell you straight up, you really have to want recovery and do the work. And when you do that, I mean, it's just amazing the results you can get. I know for sure when I first got here, I was no easy patient. I struggled immensely. I did everything I could to test the staff and try to get away with, stuff, because I kind of know this game, but each time it just left me with myself, because I could do, whatever I want. No one was going to force me to do anything. And that's when I kind of had to really realize, well, I really am only hurting myself, and it's up to me. This isn't some sort of game or something someone will force me to do. And that's when I really started, doing the tough work. And I've had many of struggles and hurdles here, and each time, I wanted to quit, thought it was a failure, I was ready to just check out of here, but I never did quite do that, and I had so much support around me from the house managers, the staff, the clients, and just telling me, just get back on your feet, keep going, it's a new day. And slowly my my struggles became less and less, and it's so nice to wake up in the morning and know that I'm going to come to the clinic and have a lot of solid groups. Even after 4 months, I look forward to coming to the groups every single day. They're always different, and you can always learn something more from the groups as you change. Love the process groups. Dr. Sunny, her process group is always fabulous. She's one of the smartest ladies I know, and we really talk about some good stuff in there. As well as the CBT, DBT groups are phenomenal. Just really great information, and just practicing, changing your thoughts, and really solid groups there. Yoga, I was not such a fan of the yoga. It's hard for me to relax and kind of be with myself, but that was certainly a highlight for many people here. And I definitely loved that we got to go to the gym 3 times a week. It made it so realistic for me, because I used to struggle with overexercise, and I am an athlete, so I need to fit exercise into my life somehow, but I need to find, again, that middle ground where I'm training for purposes that are fun and are going to help me, rather than make it all about body image and punishing myself. So that was really important to me, to have that be a part of it. But I mean, all the groups here, I really can't name a bad group. I mean, we have body image, stress management, aftercare planning. Every group here serves such a good purpose. We always have fantastic nutrition groups with Deb. Me, I feel like I know everything there is to know about food and diets and calories, but I learn something new each time in her groups, so that's always one I look forward to. The one thing I would say about the groups is that I prefer, I think, you know, it's a lot more intimate and we get a lot more out of them when the eating disorder group is separated from the MH group and the DD groups, and for the most part that happens. So I'm really happy with that. There's still a few groups where we are all combined, and the conversations just aren't that deep, you know, it's a little more wild, everyone's kind of on a different wavelength there, but we bond so closely, we become a little family, the ED group. So, you know, it's such a supportive environment, and also a place where we feel comfortable enough to confront someone if we see them struggling. And, you know, we really all just work out as a team, and, you know, whether people have different disorders or not, you know, we all have a lot of similarities as well. So, you know, I've thoroughly enjoyed waking up early and coming here. I look forward to it. You know, the house managers for me was definitely something I had to get used to. I'm a control freak and I like being in charge. So the fact that we had house managers who kind of, you know, had their own opinion on certain things and had to kind of, you know, enforce certain rules and guidelines. That was hard for me because I'm used to taking care of myself, doing things my way, and I, you know, with most eating disorders, I had no flexibility at all. So it definitely was a little bit rocky. I think with all three house managers, but they actually taught me so much, and I think in a way I learned, you know, just as much from them, especially Nancy, because I feel that we are both, you know, kind of stubborn, kind of strong-headed, and we both, you know, we both like things done in a certain way, and I'm not the type of person who likes to back down. And, you know, through my stay here, what she's really taught me is how to be flexible and how to get along with different personalities. I have to say that she's probably been one of the most influential people in my stay, because it really tested things that were going on inside of me, and that was a pretty neat experience because I thought we would never get along when we first met and everything. So that has been quite a gift, you know. It taught me that, you know, you really can build relationships if you give it enough time. Also, Nicole has been fabulous. She has been such a supportive person. I don't know, I think I look forward most to when she works. She has so much knowledge with addiction, and she does such a good job of, you know, sitting with someone, giving advice, or just supporting them. She treats you on the same level as she is, and really is a person that I feel comfortable talking to about anything, and that she'll have my back. So, and Carolyn's really, really sweet, does a good job. Our personalities don't click quite as much, but given their job and everything, I really, you know, think they're fantastic compared to quite a lot of other staff I've had at other eating disorder programs. So, you know, I can pick on little things here, but, you know, they were all really great overall. I would just want to give special mention to Chrissy, my therapist. She really helped me through quite a lot of things, and they were not always good sessions. A lot of sessions I walked out crying, and you know, she really held that mirror up to me and told me things that, you know, were being observed that I wanted to be in denial about or had no awareness of. And they were things that, you know, often I didn't want to hear because it meant I had to change something about me. But in retrospect, they were always changes that were for the better and have led me to the place that I'm at now, where I actually feel so confident in leaving and that I am never going to relapse. And that's something I never ever thought was possible for me. Also, Dr. Sunny, she's absolutely brilliant, and you know, I almost didn't come to the eating disorder program just because, you know, I wanted to push it aside and not really work on it, but she got my butt in here, and I really have so much respect for her. As well as Dr. Kelly. Dr. Kelly wasn't my therapist, but I could go to her with anything. You know, she taught a lot of our groups. I got to know her really well, and I mean, if you wanted something done, you go to Dr. Kelly. She takes care of it, no matter whether you're her patient or not. She is just, oh my gosh, she is such a gem. So, and then of course Deb, my nutritionist, she is one of a kind. I've never met someone, especially a dietitian, who is so balanced, for lack of a different word. She really teaches you how, not even how to eat, but just how to have that healthy relationship. And for once, I finally feel like I can eat whatever the heck I want, but the food doesn't have to define me or make me feel a certain way. And you know, I don't have to just eat vegetables, and I don't have to just eat, you know, 10,000 calories of junk food. I can actually incorporate everything. So that has definitely been a first for me. I really had to trust her and trust that she knew what was best for me. Also Robin, who works at the front desk, she is an angel. Oh my gosh. She needs a big raise if it were up to me. Gosh, she handles everything. I mean, she usually has phone calls, faxes coming in, patients complaining at her, and she's the most amazing multitasker, and always with a smile, and she gets everything done. She's always looking out for everyone. You know, many times I've sat out in the lobby just having an awful day, or you know, and she was always there to talk to me like a therapist or a good friend, and she's just such a great person here. Also Alejandra, she did my intake when I came here, and I didn't know what to expect, so first impressions mean a lot, and you know, she greeted me with a smile, and I felt really comfortable. I could ask her any of the questions I had about the program, and she definitely made me feel welcome, and you know, had a really cheery attitude. And just seeing her, I don't know, I run into her all the time in the halls, and she's always smiling. She always says hi. I love talking to her. She's such a great person, and I know that a lot of people, they feel they can come to her and talk to her about anything, so that's great to have too. I'm excited. I mean, I've been through it all with my eating disorder, really, and I'm lucky to be alive and sitting here right now. But you know, not only am I in good health now, but I have my whole life in front of me, and I'm healthy physically and mentally this time, and I know that I'm just going to keep going forward. And Sovereign really was that little extra tool I needed in my life. When I first got here, I was in a very dark, bad place, and this has been just the right type of program, the right type of people to tap into my inner strength so that I could become the person I knew I could be. And I could not speak more highly of this place. I'll be sad to leave, but you know, just as excited.